Alright, hey everyone, it's Cheyenne. Hopefully this will work, because I think, I think it's pretty much just a text game. I thought this would be a little bit fun. It's got some warnings for blood, gore, and unfriendly behavior. It's called World Clicker. When I read about it, the story itself is called Foreign Skin. It's an interactive story. When I read about it, I think this person made the game for like a contest, and they were thinking about making more like it. I'm wearing my glasses because my glasses, which by the way, these are like reading glasses, they're not like glasses, because just the last few times I seem to have some problems reading the text on the screen for some reason, and just also because like my eyes aren't doing me justice today, and that's probably partially because I'm sick again. I have strep throat, which is just, lovely. It's great. I've actually been out almost all day because we had to get a prescription, and so we filled it the first time, and it was accidentally sent to the Walmart in Monk's Corner, which is like 2 hours away from where I live, and then my mom just tried to go ahead and fill it for me because she can do that as a health provider. She can legally provide antibiotics if I absolutely need it. But the problem is, at that Walmart, for some reason, they just decided not to allow her to. Which would have been fine if the lady at the counter had not been kind of so rude about it. Like, she was very, very kind of seemed like she was in a bad mood. So we ended up going to CVS, and then, so it was sent in through a computer. And CVS didn't get it for some reason, so then we had to call it in, and finally it was in, and they express sent it because we walked up to the counter. She's like, okay, we have it in now, but we have to fill it, so I'll put this up so that it's the next thing to be filled out. And my mom was like, thank you, and we were like, yeah, that's gonna be awesome. But in all that happened. So I have strep throat. Again, for those of you who have been on my channel for a long time, or you guys know, and then for those of you who have not been on my channel for very long, you may not know that I get strep almost every single year. And almost every single year, because I get strep, I lose my voice. And so it lasts maybe a week or two usually, and I always get scared that I'm not gonna get my voice back. Even though I know this happens every year, and I always do. I hate being sick. I really hate it. Who likes being sick? And strep throat, as someone who likes singing as much as I do, is just a scary sickness, because if you push your voice too much, you could completely lose it. Not forever, but still, you'd completely lose it, and then it'd take longer to get better. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into this game. It's called Foreign Skin. It's an interactive horror story by Sonic X, featuring fonts by I can't read that. It contains blood, gore, and unfriendly behavior, and we are going to begin. You slowly regain consciousness and immediately groan loudly as you writhe in pain on a hard floor. It feels like blades stabbing your eyeballs through your temples, in sync with your pulse. Your body feels cold and aches as if you've pulled every single muscle. Your eyes are still shut, and you almost don't dare open them in fear that something will make you go blind. That, for some reason, my picture's right there, so I can't see it. I wonder if I could go change it real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, we're back. In fear that those imaginary knives made you go blind. You can also examine yourself, check your inventory, or just give up. Let's open my eyes. You try your best to ignore the painful adaptation of your eyes to the I think that's supposed to say blinding light, but blending light and force. Your eyes open. When they are finally open, the pain slowly ebbs away to be replaced with a dull pain in the back of your head. Thankful you are still able to see, you can now take a look around. You can also examine yourself, check your inventory, or just give up. Let's Let's check my inventory real quick. You have nothing but fear. I didn't know fear was an item in my inventory. Let's examine myself. You are naked. The skin covering your slim but strong body is smeared with blood and dirt. Feeling across your body, you are unsure if this is your own blood, as you cannot find any wounds. Alright, and we're not gonna give up. Let's check the back of my head. What's going on with the back of my head? You instinctively touch the hurting spot on the back of your head, where your hair is matted with a sticky substance. Bringing the hand back in front of your eyes, you verify what you guessed. There is a wound below, drying blood, most probably the reason why you were taking a nap on the floor. Thankfully, you are still able to see. You can now take a look around. After rolling onto your knees, you push yourself up into a wonky standing position. Why is it wonky? I like how you can see my cat in the background over there, just walking around. Turning around, you take a look at your surroundings. Your first instinct is to call for help, but you cannot speak. You don't think there's anything wrong with your vocal cords, but you just seem to have forgotten how to speak. I can't even speak right now. Jeez. You hear me right now? Jeez. I'm so, like, I forgot how to speak, apparently, so. This is without a doubt a cellar room. It is only illuminated by a single light bulb hanging from the ceiling above. A small room with a workbench and some shelves filled with useless stuff that humans keep in case it will be needed again, which it never will. What are you doing? You crazy cat. Boop. Okay. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm already starting to lose my voice. Like, it's kind of raspy. My throat's a bit sore right now. I need to go take some Tylenol before my fever comes back. I'll do that after I finish this video. I promise you guys I'm trying to take care of myself. Okay, you are standing in a relatively small room with a workbench and some shelves filled with oh wait, I already read that. In the doorway to your left, you can see a body laying on the floor. There is also a stairway leading up behind you. Now, with all the horror games I have played and I have seen played, usually walking towards a body is not a good idea. So let's walk towards the body. You walk towards the entrance of a narrow room. The left and right walls are covered with shelves full of jars, bottles, and cans. A small window at the top of the back wall would probably let some light in if it wasn't so dirty. Laying at your feet in the doorway there is a corpse of a middle-aged man. His dead eyes are staring into the larger room with an expression of agony on his face. He is still clenching a large rock. His clothes are soaked in blood. Where they touch, the puddle has formed below him. Where they touch, a puddle has formed below him? It seems to have poured out of a deep wound in his neck. This is a dead end. You should probably return to the cellar room. You know what? No, I'm gonna search. Let's search his neck. What's going on with his neck? Deep tears run parallel across his neck. It seems that something like the claws of a huge animal ripped it open. Okay, so back to the cellar room. Let's look at the workbench. With a quick look across the wooden workbench, you notice some small saws, a pretty heavy hammer, lots of screws, screwdrivers, tubes of glue, and other stuff used for handcraft you have no knowledge about. Hammer. You grab the hammer, the reassuring weight in your hand makes you feel a little safer. Alright. I guess to the stairway. Wait, so now I have a hammer in my inventory? Which gives you a small feeling of strength. Alright, next. Entering the darker stairway, you wonder what else will be in store for you in a house that greeted you with this kind of scene when you woke up. You are also trying hard to remember what brought you here or who you are, but all you get are blurry images and screams in your head. Slowly climbing one step after the other, you are kind of glad You wore no shoes, and were barely producing any sound. Instead, you listened for the sound of any other man or creature that might await you up there. You reach the end of the stairway and are standing in front of the cellar door now. You can see light shining through the gap on the bottom. Slowly, you turn the door handle and open the door just a gap. When you don't see or hear anything moving, you open it further and slip through and close it behind you. You're standing in a corridor connecting to the kitchen, on your right, to the foyer on your left. On the wall in front of you, there are some portraits. A lamp above you is bright enough to illuminate the corridor and most of the kitchen as well. Let's look at the portraits. Several nicely staged photographs, like the ones from professional photographers, are hanging in a row. Even the wooden frames look expensive. As far as you can see, there are 3 adults and 1 teenager in them. Those are probably portraits of the members of the family living here. Alright, let's go to the foyer. The foyer is a large room with a stairway up on the wall before you. Next to it, there is a door straight ahead, a big entrance door on the right wall, and another door on the left wall, below the open corridor of the second floor. In the doorway next to the stairway, you notice a shadow that quickly vanishes behind the wall. Naturally, you can just turn around and return to the corridor. Just nope the fuck out of there. Let's look at the entrance door. Why not? I might die. What is left of the once impressive door hangs crooked in its hinges. Large wooden parts have been ripped out of it and lay across the floor amongst the colorful glass shards that must have been part of a nice decorative window. Whatever made its entrance here did a good job of making sure that this door stays open. Through the doorway, you can see into the dark night. Seems to be a forest in some distance. This could be your way out of here. You think about just stepping outside to escape this madness, but the fear that you should check the other rooms to avoid having something chase you. Yeah, it seems a little too easy. Alright, let's see. Wait. Does anyone else notice that this no longer says you see an, figure vanish? Huh. We'll go there in a second. Let's go back to the corridor. Let's go to the kitchen. You enter the large kitchen on the left side. It has a large pantry in the center with more than enough space to prepare all sorts of food. There is a large knife laying on top of it. Everything in this kitchen is large. It's just a gigantic kitchen. Ren, stop rubbing your face on the mic stand. You're turning the camera. You silly kitty. You're so cute. Why are you so cute? That's not fair. Don't walk on that computer. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. You cute little thing. You cute little shit. You guys can't see her, but she is right here. Just right here. Boop, boop. Okay. Getting distracted by my cat. So like I said, everything in this kitchen is large. Around it on the walls, there are numerous cupboards and drawers. The refrigerator emits a soothing hum. There is a glistening strand on the right. There is some glistening strand on the right. I don't know what that means. Across the empty space. There is no other exit. You need to go back to the corridor sooner or later. Well, let's take the large knife. Oh, I dropped my hammer and picked up the large knife. You know what? Guys, do we want a hammer or a large knife? Do we want to bash something's skull in, or do we want to stab it? Let's keep the knife for now. Walking around the kitchen, you walk through the glistening strand that looked like a part of a spider web to you. Ah! You notice your fault when it appears unusually strong. The following clicking sound is even more uncommon for spiderwebs. Turning towards the source of the sound, you see the cupboard opening. You can't even scream "Fa!" as an explosion redecorated the whole kitchen, mostly with parts of you. So we died. Ending number 5. Congratulations, you are dead. All in all, you can safely claim that your day was a blast. Okay, so here's where we're going to call it a quits. We will do more next Tuesday. Like, we'll redo it, and we'll see where else we can go and what else we can do. But I think this is a good place to end it for now. Plus, I'm super tired. That was World Clicker, Foreign Skin, the interactive horror story. I am kind of excited for next Tuesday when we try this again and see where else we can go. Remind me not to go into the cupboard. And that's pretty much it. So, I love you guys so much. Oh, next Thursday, or this Thursday, not next Thursday, I will probably try to do a song that's going to be gentle on my vocal cords, since I already have strep, and I don't want to hurt my vocal cords any more than they already are hurting. That being said, I love you guys so much. Stay you. Believe in yourselves, because you guys are absolutely amazing, and I mean that. Don't forget that. Don't forget to dance today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.